It's the album, yeah?
Been so sick and I had to heave. Like drop the mic and right, let's leave. I don't steal hits off other MCs. I wrote this shit, I ain't no thief. First so sick it's lurgy rhyme. Check my watch, Fergie time. Bob Marley 330 fly. This shit weren't free, it's 35. One more than 34 in British pounds sterling. Dancing financials, my bank account is twirling. Wizard with the wallet and with money, I'm like Merlin. Mr. Moneybank, but I'm not a drag like Arthur Berlin. Okay, let's be honest, that was all just nonsense. My last bank statement was 79 pence. I'm in debt to Nintendo and I can't pay my rent. If being skin is a sin, then I'll never repent. Got the flair like Ezzy, this shit is getting heavy. Red blood on one hand, in the other blue bevy. I said, can you teach me to play like Eberici? Raise me up so high, now you can't reach me flow. Liquid football, I need my liquids. I need someone I could be sick with. Rap like a nicotine patch, I'm addicted. I didn't pay for this jump up, I nicked it. Anyways, I was gonna say something unrelated, so my appetite to write is 100% sated. Here's a verse about, you know, woman and shit. It's more of a joke than anything, so don't overthink it. I give her a fiver and that's just a tip. She suck on my willy, I suck on her dick. Now I'm too hard, never been breastfed. She don't get me hard with me still on bed, but now she's making moves and it's really fucking scary. Like the pen that I use on stationery. Yeah, that's pretty neat and all, but I don't feel the same. I'll be like paracetamol and save you the pain. I caught an STD, now I've got Greenwood like Mason. I'm in the toilet, in the train at Birmingham train station. I read my prescription. Man, this shit is confusing. There's tears in my eyes and my belly is oozing. I'm feeling emotional, man. I might lose my penis. If only I had fucked somebody cleaner than Tina. But 2 weeks later, and it's all cleared up. I'm going down on someone new, no longer down on my luck. Flow change, peas and rice like Declan. See how I smoke them, see how I wreck them. Put you in a dodgy spliff like glass. Burns on the astro, burns on the grass. She plays with my balls, man I'm balling while you're in Italy. Play with Chris Smalling, say buongiorno, pass the beat. Say goodbye, now it's my turn to beat. And my body count is higher than my wage. My body count is 85, multiplied by my age. My body count is pretty worrying. By this stage, my body comes sending visually impaired down into a blind rage. Okay, that's enough about ladies, cause they've done nothing good for me. A detour back to the chorus, then a few more stupid stories. Got the flair like Ezzy, the shit is getting heavy. Red blood on one hand, in the other blue bevy. I said, can you teach me to play like Eberici? Raise me up so high, now you can't reach me far. Liquid football, I need my liquids. I need somebody I can be sick with. Rap like a nicotine patch, I'm addicted. I didn't pay for this jumper, I nicked it. Twisted misfit, join the hit list. Put a donk on it. Got the flair like Ezzy, this shit is getting heavy. Red blood on one hand, in the other blue bevy. I said, can you teach me to play like Eberici? Raise me up so high, now you can't reach me flow. Liquid football, I need my liquids. I need someone I can be sick with. Rap like a nicotine patch, I'm addicted. I didn't pay for this jumper, I nicked it. To the heart of the warehouse, to the heart of the madhouse, to the start of the winding road, to the downward spiral, exposing the engine, the dreams that are lending, transaction is pending, buying a new ideal, What do you want to keep for yourself, and what do you want to own? Well, another couple of books on the shelf, make a house a home. Someone else's words, someone else's journey, the writings on the walls that surround me, closing in dark and dim, the shadows all around me. Copy what I'm doing, every movement drags me down, and identity is stumbled upon a specific series of zeros and ones, offs and ons on your DNA. Half of you was born this way, but just being a product of your environment. Nullify all achievement. Is it really creativity, or just all the things you've already seen? Regurgitate, repeat, remake, recreate, puke, the same again. Edition 10, copy and send, puke. To the cure of the problem, it's the cure of creation. Thoughts brought about by someone else, an accidental quotation. Now let's try an exercise now. Just close your eyes, don't let anything new in your head. Lock yourself in a pitch black room instead, and try to conjure up something far away enough from anything you've ever heard before. Then it is time to open up the door, asking everyone you meet if they've had that idea. If they say no, you'll be complete, and you can throw away the fear that you live in your life like a dog on a lead, pulling a bargain but never really free. They tighten their grip and here it comes again. Nothing but troubling thoughts in your brain. Everything you think and everything you do is pilfered and stolen from the world around you. When you make a decision, you don't really choose. The things you've been told decide it for you, that's true. Regurgitate, repeat, remake, recreate, puke, the same again. Edition 10, copy and send, puke. To the end of the race course, your legs ache and they're oh so sore. For miles and miles you kept your smile, no, your knees have never hurt more. Now that isn't coincidence or DNA or puke, that's the spirit and resilience that's deep within you. Finding some positivity in the existential hell. I guess we found something you could do for yourself. I suppose it's just like a dream, elements the same but rearranged by your unconscious brain. You ought to think that these thoughts won't link when your brain is tamed. It don't take a mathematician to put two and two together, but it's that singular decision that change your life forever. But when you pull it back apart, you find it's more than the sum of its parts. So take the building blocks you got and give it a shot and make them into art. Everything you've ever seen could have been any human being, but it's your heart. No experience is universal, that argument is weak. They wouldn't have had the same feelings if their heart was half asleep. Never mind your eyes, it's inside you need to look. The things in your brain won't end the same as stomach's putrid puke. Regurgitate, recreate, repeat, remake, puke, the same again. Edition 10, copy and send, puke. The train pulls and I breathe out, the air's pin. This is where the story begins. I step out on the open with a chill through my bones. I get the strangest feeling that I'm not alone. Across the platform there's a man forlorn, dark around the eyes and his boots well worn. He's either out too much or never at all. He either stares at the stars or blankly at the wall. My light is he current alternates between the here and now and these fictional scenes. What's he eat? Who's he meet? What does he know? Does he spend his nights in UV lights or take it slow? Does he take solace in drink or think that your body is a vessel and drink will sink that? Never thought about it and I really doubt it. I doubt that he could live without it. I think from time to time of what's in his mind. No matter what I'm looking for, I'm sure wouldn't find it. Nothing to see, no, nothing at all. Just a big barrier like the Berlin Wall. And I wonder what could make it fall. Static and stoic, takes it all in his stride. Nothing to run from, no reason to hide. No one goes near him, they're all far too scared of a punch from his hands as they run through his hair. But I'm strangely enamoured, I can't look away. One thing's for sure, I'll remember this day. Well, night. The boy with the long dark hair. The boy who would even dare. The boy go as near as far. The boy or a key or car. I'm not enough to know, I just don't know how I feel. I don't know right from wrong and I don't know what is real. The boy with the long dark hair. The boy who would even dare. The boy go as near as far. The boy or a key or car. Can't remember the day, but the image stuck around. I see his face in every place, in every part of town. In the shadow of his shadow, I'm hiding near him. And when I overhear him, I think to myself, I wish I thought of that. Great cities underwater, and like the land of Atlantis, I seem to have lost it. Left my words in my other coat pocket, a pile of dust waiting to be blown away. Unable to get out the words I need to say. Used to know that about him now a little too much. With every passing movement, I'm repulsed by his touch. No, it seems he's such an unbearable swine. Part of me still wishes that he was mine. It's the first time I saw him smile. His eyes glowed for a little while. It was be satisfying to see him cry and to know he's living and breathing, as well as slowly dying. Need to make him move before it's too late. I can't be his lover, at least I'll be his mate. But no, I've heard the things that he says. Crossed wires, mixed messages. Spiteful and unfeeling and callous and cruel. Nothing gentle or loving at all. Or at least 9 times out of 10 I see a little bit of sympathy every now and then. I bet the end of Titanic makes tears swell in his eyes, wishing someone was there to hold him as he cries. But his public image matters more. I wanna get him behind closed doors. The boy with the long dark hair. The boy who would even dare. The boy go as near as far. The boy or a key or car. I'm not enough to know, I just don't know how I feel. I don't know right from wrong and I don't know what is real. The boy with the long dark hair. The boy who would even dare. The boy go as near as far. The boy or a key or car. Do I want to marry him? Do I want to carry him in a coffin to a hole in the ground, with a beat of his heart stopping? Be my favourite sound, or would it be the staggered breaths in between kisses? I really hope he doesn't have a missus or a miss. Will she have to say hello to both my fists? I am the sparrow and he is the crow, constantly narrowing columns and rows. I find it harrowing how where you can go isn't where you want to go. Oh no, black feathers in matching black leather, glaring eyes is the tie that brings us together. I bet there's something more tender behind that smirk. Although he makes out he's such a nasty piece of work. He's softer than ice cream melted by a warm heart, but when it comes to my heart I don't know where to start. Mine ran away with the fairies and it's really fucking scary. My memory tracks back to when I saw him across the tracks at the station. Now I'm a patient, operation doctor. I hate to stop you working, but now I'm certain I need you to surgically remove my feelings for this man, because he's probably a dickhead anyways. The boy, the boy, the boy, the boy. She sat there in the garden, dressed in lingerie. But for falling in love with her, there was a price to pay. Like an autumn leaf in a gentle breeze. That's just how you came to me, an accident on purpose. I have learned the hard way, no coincidence is worthless. She was all pies and gladiolus, frills and daffodils. When her eyes met with my eyes, well, I can't explain the thrill. Her pupils grew and then I knew she liked what she could see. She saw my face was full of feeling she could take from me. Her body like the garden, well watered and well fed, but her heart was shriveled up and it wasn't far from dead. Her mind was slowly wilting, all emotion had gone. Just like a parasite, she'd suck the life from every sad song and every smile from every sunrise. She could have that too. I said to her that when I smile only for you. Put your arms around me while your teeth are in my veins. It's not just the blood you're taking away, you take away the pain. Never when you say I love you and nothing up against the wall, 'cause there's nothing left inside my heart, I've given you it all. I'll let you down on my dreams, tear them apart at the seams. Give up false hope fed on lovers' lies, so you can survive to see another sunrise. It's not suicide, it's not death in my sleep. I offer life freely, you are no thief. For you to live my life must be over. To live with this knowledge, well, I couldn't be sober. I drink and get drunk till the guilt slips away, only for it to show up the next day. The sting is surviving when I caused your death. Then back to the bottle, it's all I have left. If I get sent to the pearly gates, it'll be for my own sake. And when you're at the graveyard gates, it's there that I'll wait for you. It's the best that I can do. Put your arms around me while your teeth are in my veins. It's not just the blood you're taking away, you take away the pain. Nothing when you say I love you and nothing up against the wall. There's nothing left inside my heart, I've given you it all. Given you it all, 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 given you it all. Hear the birds chirp and I'm feeling tranquil. I've got it all worked out. Have a lie down, you got lots of time to kill. No need to scream and shout. After so many years of 9 to 5, my spirit's all but worn down. Can't say I strive to feel alive. I'd rather spend the day in my dressing gown. It's called the comfort zone for a reason. Don't know why it seems so negatively. Why suffer when you could live with ease and close your eyes and see? All around me are familiar faces. It's how I want it to stay. Just strolling through the same old places, same routine every day. So viva la safety. Without a rise there can be no fall. Do what you want but you can't make me do anything at all. Now you may struggle to relax at first, 'cause there's no joy without pain. But embrace the numbness and you'll see it's safety all the same. I don't do anything in halves, it's the whole way for me. Because I have picked the path of ultimate discovery. You gotta start to fill your heart with passion and grit and desire. Any fight when you're not torn apart only takes you higher. Don't get comfy because the road is bumpy, never be content. Don't let your guard down, gotta stay jumpy. Make sure your time's well spent. Do everything you can, because you must understand that we haven't got the time to waste. Write down your dreams in the back of your hand, every challenge that you're willing to face. So viva la adventure, and the memories you'll keep until you get dementia or die when you're asleep. And these concepts may be challenging, or they may cause you pain, but enjoy as well as torment, it's adventure all the same. Ow! You got so many dreams, the most there's ever been. For the dream you must first sleep. Got so much to achieve, so much left up your sleeve. First step shouldn't be a leap. You're on kilometre 5 and you're feeling alive. Have a nice rest when you get home. Heart beating fast, you see the people fly past. Nice, none of them are alone. Don't you want to move a little closer to the Louvre? It's so lovely in France. But you don't just want to see you on your rug in the gallery? Well, there's always a chance. Go abseiling, scream, face paling. Then it's time to sunbathe. Go to Berghain, have a real good time. But a nap is as good as a rave. So here's to safety and adventure. We need the two in harmony. It's the balance that really sent you down the path on which you want to be. When both of them work together, everything will be alright. I shout out safety and adventure forever, or at least to the end of the night. Blow me like a dandelion, pull away and leave me softly sighing, biting and scratching, screaming and crying. You pin me down but I feel like I'm flying, and pull me apart like a panettone. Show me with your hands that I'm your one and only, and tell me with your teeth and your tongue that you own me. My heart beats faster, you're going slowly. Je t'aime, deux. Assieds-toi avec mon parfum. Les équipements sont bleus et le sang est rouge. Push at you, thongs at you. Find my legs are open like an automatic door. I end up in handcuffs without breaking the law. With your urge I'm strip searched, I'll close on the floor. I beg you to stop, then I'll beg you for more. Make me your canvas and paint me in red. Red flows like the Nile and I'll smile when I've bled. My heart turns to mush of blood rush through my head when I'm either beside or inside you in bed. Je t'aime, deux. Assieds-toi avec mon parfum. Les équipements sont bleus et le son est rouge. Push, yeah, thongs at you. You drool at my dribbling, call me Balassi. I'm shagging your sibling, I know I ain't classy, but I'm world class. And while you're at it, tell your mum she got a nice ass. Pussy like a peach, sauce like brandy. I've been fucking female members of your family. You fucked me over, now the tables are turning. Busy learning, Lizzie burning. Gave that bitch a yeast infection. Green pen marking, making corrections. Holding my pen 15, that's erection. That's one way to teach you a lesson. She failed her pregnancy test. Did no revision, grade 4 or less. On a Mazda like Gaza, balls on her chest. Pull up like Pulisic, block like death. Heisted the sentry, securing the gas. She runs but she'll be right back like Matty Cash. She came so quickly they called it the Flash. Red and blue army, red like a rash. Ready meal shit, done in 2 minutes. Gary Lineker, she knows how to finish, but she didn't shit herself like Italian 90. No brown stains on the back of her 90. Think I've still got a thong and a drawer somewhere. I'll do something wrong, break the law for it there. Run across the top of a random pot car. I'm just saying stupid shit, ha ha ha, rah. Blood with the past, it's like rhubarb and custard. You with mustard, just see it, you mustard. The moon is falling and the sun rose in the night. A ball of red and yellow, the brightest light. I'm doing the chin up like it's mint choc chip. I was doing a chin up, had a tendon rip. Had to go incognito, they were giving me lip. They call him Dorito cause he's so quick to dip, but they call me Roy Keane, I'll slide in. Be my Vieira, I dare you, I'm violent. Blood with the past, it's like rhubarb and custard. You with mustard, yes, see it, you must do. The moon is falling and the sun rose in the night. A ball of red and yellow, the brightest light. Too much memory foam, been sleeping in. Calls from Emery's phone, good evening. Asking for Zaha, now man we're keeping him. Sparking up spliffs on a Sunday in Stevenage. Not to tell a lie, it was actually Slough, but I had to get that line to rhyme somehow. Mad day out in a sad kind of town. Government gyro like it's Reader Well. On the way back from Slough, I changed over at Reading. By the way, I lost my V-card on Santa Claus bedding, but back to the story. I was on the train home, drinking out some Gordons that was left all alone. I was still a bit high, I was laughing to myself. Glad I left that city like Fabi and Delph. When I was back in Sharon, the mood was still great. 1am dancing, not too late. Singing with my headphones out the bedroom window, loud to the crowd in the empty street below. That's a memory I'll keep until my brain was out of data. But Eddie on the train to Slough and this one 4 months later. I'll give you saves, what can I say? I'm a keeper, more like school hero than a shit while I'm FIFA. This song won't make any other towels topple. It was just a chance for my mouth to dance around a load of waffle. Clever rhymes around that time, now I'm gonna get serious. But first let's have the chorus, which is equally as delirious. Blood with the past, past is like rhubarb and custard. You with us, did you see it? You must have. The moon falling and the sun rose in the night. A ball of red and yellow, the brightest light. I'm doing the chin up like it's mint choc chip. I was doing the chin up, had a tendon rib. Had to go incognito, they were giving me lip. They call him Dorito cause he's so quick to dip. But they call me Roy Keane, I'm violent. Be my Vieira, I dare ya, I slide in. Ugh. Burp. Bro, in the past it's like rhubarb and custard. You with us, did you see it? You must have. The moon falling and the sun rose in the night. A ball of red and yellow, the brightest light. I can make your first love into the last. I can make you see your future is a stolen past. I can make your shadow afraid of the dark. I can burn your brain, I can freeze your heart. I can make you see the light in a night with no stars. I can make you feel free for 5 years behind bars. I can make a smile into the hardest of work. I can turn concrete into dirt. I can leave you spineless and shattered and dead. I can let the self-doubt shoot through your head. Or I can make you believe you can achieve all your goals. I can make you sing so sincere with soul. I can take away your food and I can make you starve. I can split your life in two and destroy both halves. And when you say you're boiling, I'll make sure you smoulder. And when you're freezing, I'll make it a little bit colder. I'll convince you it'll be alright until you're certain. Then I'll make you lose it all at the fall of the curtains. You'll watch on so helpless if your life bursts into flames. Or I'll set you up and try and fail and make you take the blame. Yeah, I know jokey bars are what you come to expect, but a painting in one colour is a canvas wrecked. Make sure to keep your blood sugar in check. Bro, in the past is like rhubarb and custard. You with us, did you see it? You must have. The moon is falling and the sun rose in the night. A ball of red and yellow, the brightest light. I'm doing the chin up like it's mint choc chip. I was doing the chin up, had a tendon rib. Had to go incognito, they were giving me lip. They call him Dorito cause he's so quick to dip. But they call me Roy Keane, I'm violent. Be my Vieira, I dare ya, I slide in. In the past it's like rhubarb and custard. You with us, did you see it? You must have. The moon is falling and the sun rose in the night. A ball of red and yellow, the brightest light. Bro, in the past it's like rhubarb and custard. You with us, did you see it? You must have. The moon is falling and the sun rose in the night. A ball of red and yellow, the brightest light. I was going through the motions, walking, dragging my feet, when something caught my eye. There was a duchess across the street, right there, brown hair, blowing in the gale. Went from stranger to messiah, now she's got me saying hell. And as I start to build up a holy temple in my mind, something comes along to smash to bits my holy shrine. It wasn't just the emotion that came over me, it was the 5:45, number 23. The bus was running late, that's just my luck. Oh no, I'm still alive, I'm in no state to pucker up. The bastard crashed and screams and shouts, I hate to moan, but it was grim. She never heard it figured out, she must have had her headphones in. Now she hadn't seen me, but if she had been me on the pale unconscious victim's face, the skin would be a little clearer and a slightly prettier corpse reflected in broken bits of wing mirror. But I couldn't bear to see her hurt, I'm glad that they hit me. I wouldn't be prepared to look at her, coughing up blood on her knees. And so I spent the night in A&D. No, I long to spend the night in her bed. Not concussion, but lipstick loving that makes a sensation in my head. The hospital food is terrible. I don't mean to be rude, but it's unbearable. I don't want dodgy sandwiches in my mouth. I really can't manage this, I want out. Bruised arms, shaky hands, and a hospital wristband. Still a little weak in the knees, but I'm finding the strength to stand. I'm in my local supermarket, doing the weekly shop, when suddenly I get broken hearted, something makes me stop. That girl again, and she's in aisle 10, buying some Jaffa cakes. I try not to draw attention to myself, but the move was there to make. But as she moved away, it was the start of a wild goose chase. Pasta, moving faster, past strawberry laces, picking up the pace, but eventually she settled in the seafood section. At that moment I had a fish-like complexion, sweaty and soggy and a little bit grey. I'd hate if she had seen me this way. But in the deepest atom of my mind I thought it was my last chance. Sod the first impression, this is eternal romance. I tried to play it cool and pose and suddenly my heart sank. Just like dear old Delboy I fell through the lobster tank. Chunks of broken glass all embedded in my skin. Even worse, I felt something grab, there was a claw around my shin. And then something happened that made me want to cry. My heart stopped when she clocked me in the corner of her eye. Those daggers in your eyes will end up in mine. Another 8 prescriptions the doctor will need to sign. It's always said that looks could kill. If I have to die to get close to you, then I will. Paracetamol and wet paper towels can't heal the way I feel, it's far too foul. And as the nurse pulled out the shards, she starts to scowl. It really hurts and outbursts the most hideous howl. And I spent the night in A&E. Now I long to spend the night in her bed. Not concussion but lipstick loving that makes a sensation in my head. The hospital food is terrible. I don't mean to be rude but it's unbearable. I don't want dodgy sandwiches in my mouth. I really can't manage this, I want out. Another day, another way to injure myself. This love is gravely damaging to my physical health. As I walk, I'm wary of the people passing by. It's ever so scary, the thought of locking eyes with that cursed girl who brings me nothing but despair. Wherever life takes me, I fucking hope that she's not there. But one night as I pass by the building site, there's a fast flash of light shining in the deepest night. Glowing eyes and shining hair and a high-vis vest. A sight that nearly sent me into cardiac arrest. In a moment of madness I walked past the no entry sign. Her image sucked away the sadness, made it all seem fine. But a whir and a buzz from up above came down on me like rain. I looked up and I was scooped up by a souped up giant crane. The girl in the driving seat started to panic, threw me this way and that way. The movement was manic. She swung me and flung me 40 miles or more, and I landed on the doorstep of the hospital front door. And I never saw her again after that. The tears ran down my face, they were running like rats. The pests that scuttle across the hospital floor. Oh no, my head's a little bruised, maybe I imagined them all. But that girl, she was real, I swear on my grave. And if she wasn't, my feelings were, as my heart it starts to cave. Never mind, who's this fit nurse then? Cool, let's have a bit of a missus. And so I spent the night in A&E. No, I long to spend the night in her bed. Yeah, not concussion but lipstick loving that makes a sensation in my head. The hospital food is terrible. I don't mean to be rude but it's unbearable. I don't want dodgy sandwiches in my mouth. I really can't manage this, I want out, I want out, I want out. I want out. From the top of the car park you can see the city. The lights are on but no one's home, ain't it a pity? 20-something years and 50-something hours slaving away to some unknown powers. Millions of words, no credit, no mention, surviving old age or a measly pension. Minimum wage, my situation is urgent. I can't even afford washing detergent. Smelly old tie and a dirty old shirt, stains of ketchup and scuffs of dirt. Smelly old trousers, smelly old boots, waiting for someone to dig up your roots. What I wouldn't give to be a flower in a pot on the windowsill of an artist painting in the witching hour, dining on wine and high on pills. What I wouldn't give to be a flower in a pot on the windowsill of an artist painting in the witching hour, dining on wine and high on pills. What's it tonight? Vegetable or sunflower? I don't look right. Fizzing like transmission towers, bubbling grease on the stove. It looks like it's gonna explode in 100 chips, they start to fly. French fries in the sky, they all go splat on the flagstone floor. Tell me, what are you cooking for? Chaos in the kitchen makes me think of ditching it all and running away to the hills. Oil coming to the boil. Easily live off ready meals, no more bin full of potato peels. Please have mercy. How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? How many different oils can you try before your insides start to fry? A cat sat under a tree looking at me. Does he feel the same on a day when it rained? Does he feel the guilt of not even trying? Or does he feel like he's flying? The wind lifts him up off the ground. He's looking up and I'm looking down at my reflection in a puddle on the floor. And now I've got feline feelings with no signs of healing. Keep your heart open but don't let it out. Keep some memories for when your love's in the drought. Feline feelings, feline feelings, feline feelings, feline feelings. In his pale and dirty face lies the future of the human race. So young, I was young once. It's there for seconds but it lasts for months. I can recall a phrase scrawled on the wall. I must have seen it one night when I was coming home from school. Edward Scissorhands works for the US military and he cuts the wires on the bombs. He put away his Cure CDs, now he listens to the marching songs. Music can move you to another place and time. When I hear the Rocky theme, I feel the world is mine. But when I hear the Smiths, my love, the tears swell in my eyes. You can pin and mount me or I might curl up and cry. But I'm not Rocky Balboa, no, I'm just sad. Hung up on the memories we never had. No world champion fights, just bickering. We argued by candlelight flickering. Paid the bill, but I paid the cost. I could not fathom the terrible loss. Rocky says it's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit and get back up. But I'm not Rocky, I'm just sad. What's left in me isn't enough. Ow! No hands on the handlebar and I'm flying. An E for effort and a T for trying. Look up, look at me, what does that spell? It's ET round the back of my hotel. He looks real nervous on his mobile phone. I say, oi mate, are you phoning home? I look around to see that we're all alone and I whack him on the head with a traffic cone. Up on a scaffolding, what do I see? 3 fat builders looking at me. Chains around the neck, I think they're the bee's knees. West Brom, 70s, 3 degrees. One thinks I'm a burn house, oi nice ass. But when I turn around, in fact, I'm right, Russ Clark. Russ Clark, Russ Clark. Bumper Clark! The man who puts the letters through my door likes Echo and the Bunnyman and The Cure. He's got a massive collection of 80s cassettes and he's been bitten by most of the neighbourhood pets. Knocks on the door and needs a signature please, though what he really wants is new music from Screech. Through the letterbox comes the Daily Mirror and in his AirPods and the native hipsters. Packaged and signed and delivered and sealed. He really likes John Peel. Postman. Delivering letters in his big red van, black nail varnish and white envelopes, the Royal Mail and a killing joke. Post-punk postman, yeah. Post-punk postman, yeah. Post-punk postman, yeah. Post-punk postman, yeah.
On the internet there's a little website with a lot of things to read, but not all of them are right. All information constantly changing, run by the people, not run by the nation. Change things for a laugh, now Stalin is from Bath. Apparently there's a nuclear bomb on the Cutty Sark. From Louis V to Louis Theroux, maybe one day there'll be an article on you. Wikipedia, Wikipedia. Gordon Brown, drowned in the shower. Mongolia was one of the Axis powers. Wikipedia, 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 Wikipedia. Nothing good ever lasts, but that doesn't mean your best days are in the past. Every day there's something new to try, that's the best part. We don't know what lies around the next corner, around the next turn, the next big journey, our next chance to learn. There's so much that we'll never see, because the light can't move as fast as you and me. You shouldn't get hung up on the bits you missed, you really haven't got the time to reminisce. Forget your regrets and all your bad decisions, cause right now is the best time to live in. You can't experience it all, but you can have a go. You can't watch every sunset, you can't watch every show, but I feel there would be a little less strife if there was light at the speed of life. Touched by the world that we're living in, it's too much doing just the minimum. The day's just begun when you're finishing. Pray for us all when you sing your hymns. And every new beginning is an ending in reverse. All good things come to an end, replaced by something worse. When nothing's gonna last, what's the point in being first? All your victories will be history when the bubble bursts. And they pause the source of light when all the stars in the sky at night only half shone. It's like they're high on, slowly exploding and dimming and dying. Tears in the air has been pulled too tight. Billowing smoke is such a sorry sight. We don't have long, you'll soon be finding noxious clouds with no silver lining. You collide with the golden idol, up and down and round and round, the value's tidal. You have to pay for air to be poor and suicidal. It's tough out there, you gotta fight for your vitals. Keep your heart tight to your chest and your fists clenched tight. If you want to keep the peace, you need the spirit of a fighter. Those you wrong tend to end up as writers. It won't be long to ask if you borrow the lighter to keep the fire inside alive. No, it may not sound like I know what I'm talking about, as the words come tumbling out of my mouth. There's thought and there's feeling behind every single word. I'm thinking every minute, every second, first and third. Rings on severed fingers, shirts the smell of must, the sort of smell that lingers round, medals turn to rust. The rip between the myth and fact is bigger year on year. Once the ice caps melt, they'll be no different from our tears. Photographs will show the past in a specific light. The green on the gates dissipates, it's all just black and white. Not just faces, they're all hearts and souls and lives. Glass cases full of bloody swords and knives. This town is dying for a vandal, smashing, dashing, crashing, splashing, flying off the handle. I'm a man in my prime and I've gone fully primal. Even on the last one standing, I'll ensure my survival. But two ideologies conflict in my mind. It's such a lucky thing that justice is blind, because the battle in my frontal lobe is a sight for sore eyes. Both of them seem true to me, but one just must be lies. Should have spent my days working away, improving myself. Muscles moving, I'm improving my physical health. Soon it'll be a legacy, my book on the shelf. Be everyone, be number one at spiritual wealth. Or be a good Samaritan and give my life to others, trying to help them with their problems, replace the haters with lovers. Give back to Mother Earth, all know I never had a mother. Make everyone know its worth, cause there will never be another. Let them exist in harmony, the fire and the ice both within me. All know I can be nice, help the community. It's good to be competitive, the best you can be. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, it may not sound like I know what I'm talking about. As the words come tumbling out of my mouth, there's thought and there's feeling behind every single word. I'm thinking every minute, every second, first and third. No, it may not sound like I know what I'm talking about. As the words come tumbling out of my mouth, there's thought and there's feeling behind every single word. I'm thinking every minute, every second, first and third. I'm thinking every minute, every second, first and third. I'm thinking every minute, every second, first and third. I'm thinking every minute, every second, first and third. I'm thinking every minute, every second. Hello is such a simple word, but before I can say it, flies off like a bird. The wings are plucked and sang, it's stuck on the tip of my tongue. Cold as a blaze, my eyes are blaze like ignorant swings in the sun. And I'm staring at it, sweating, but I can't say anything. I feel like I could faint, like I got knocked out in the ring. Need to say something now before it's ding, ding, ding. But say hello before a bell, just like Adele used to sing. But now we're talking and you're pausing after every word I utter. As the tension rises to the sky, my soul sinks to the gutter. But after a while you start to smile, my heart beats wild and butterflies flutter. My feet on a ledge, I'm on the nice edge, but I'm far too soft to cut her. The things I say to you are true, but it's such a skill to lie. I try to get the right words out, on my mouth you can rely. But when I can't speak the answers you seek, you'll find within my eyes. Clear but with a chance of tears, oh please don't cloud my sunny sky. I just want you to say you're mine. Oh, I want you to say you're mine. Love is such a simple word, makes so much sense and yet seems so absurd. But just cause I don't understand how I feel doesn't make the sensation any less real. Every glimpse of you, my love is renewed when you're around. I keep my eyes peeled every second we're sat in your deck and just chatting is worth 1,000 years alone. When we're together, every hour's like the light to my flower. I feel my love has grown. Our love is sacred like a lotus, and I never ever notice things that make me want to moan. My house is just a building, I soon find that your mind is more my kind of home. Spiraling down, hitting the walls that surrounded me when I lack direction. But the only way is up, and in giggles and hiccups I'm overjoyed under your protection. Life is full of choice, but when I hear your voice I think I made the right selection. Your lips are hypnotic, fibre optic, we got an electric connection. The things I say to you are true, but it's such a skill to lie. I try to get the right words out, on my mouth you can rely. But when I can't speak the answers you seek, you'll find within my eyes. Clear but with a chance of tears, oh please don't cloud my sunny sky. I want you to say you're mine. I want you to say you're mine. Goodbye is such a simple word, it's such a shame it can't be unheard. A million hellos, but it's the final farewell that turns heaven in the absence of your angel to hell. As you turn to go, I finally know as I see you from behind, as your image starts to diminish, I realise I was blind. Send me away to darker days, I find I'm sealed and signed. It's a sign that my mind should prepare, beware for darker times. A vacuum, a lack of love in my life, you leave an empty space. Not like a car, spare parts of my heart, no, you can't be replaced. All I can see is you turned away from me, it hurts to imagine your face. Lonely day on day, how I run away but can't keep up the pace. I'm so good at treading water, who'd have thought I could ever sink so low. And as my head goes under, I have to wonder if what you weep is what you sow. And I could just tell as you said your farewells, you were desperate to go. I was differently wired, the love had expired, cold blood began to flow.
things I say to you are true, but it's such a skill to lie. I'll try to get the right words out on my mouth, you can rely. But when I can't speak the answers you seek, you'll find within my eyes. Clear but with a chance of tears. Oh, please don't cloud my sunny sky. I want you to say you're mine. I want you to say you're mine. I want you to say you're mine.
I am not someone who you feel complete with. I am just someone who you like to sleep with. This is a puzzle, now where are the pieces? The ones that aren't me. And I wonder where you were at this time last month, and why when you speak your throat has such a lump, when you're cleaner than Swede and more holy than a monk, or at least the parts to see. And I feel like you're living a double life, as a complete stranger and my future wife. The sands of time shifting like your shifty eyes, blue like the Red Sea. And it can't be long till I run out of luck. Clubs fly at my head at the pitch and putt, and you purse your lips as your arms say shut up, just before hole 3. Back scratched red like the lights. Who were you with on Friday night? 'Cause I don't think it was your cat. What's his name and where's he at? She stammers and clamours for her mobile phone. She said it's her guarantee that she'd been on her own. She dug herself a hole of life, so now she says I was positively, absolutely out with my friends. We get back to mine, but something feels off. She twiddles her fingers, says I'm off to the shops. Uneasy she leaves with the door left unlocked, phone open as well, it is where the game stops. She gets back, I am straight on the attack. No chance for her to dodge the fact. Her palms so sweaty they look like wax. Pulse is racing to the max. I never bought this up before, but who's this plus 44? And then I went on to list 10 other numbers showing her emojis of eggplants and cucumbers. She was at a loss for words, but in her heartbeat her panic could clearly be heard. I wondered if she knew how I felt. I might just have to tell her myself. How could you do this to me? In all honesty, I expected a conspiracy, 'cause gal, this is killing me. I knew that something weren't right, a feeling keeping me up at night. 'Cause when I lay with my head on your chest, those short staggered breaths I've been causing you stress. When she kisses some other bloke, I'll pretend that she misses me, but I know that she won't. She's going off on one, my head bangs like a drum, screaming till the night was done. Out the bedroom window I can see the sun. She says it's my fault, I can't see why. She says I'm half a person, anyone would cry, but she might as well have been speaking a foreign language. Begs and pleads of selfish anguish. She had wronged me but couldn't accept it. Gave me back my heart, I sort of wish that she'd kept it. Either way I'll never make that mistake again. I wanna be her only one, not only one of 10. I wish I was a dentist so I could pull out your teeth. I know my incentive, I don't know what makes you cheat. I feel like you're sick of me and it's making me unwell. Bring in the coffin, I'm ringing the knell. The rain runs down the drain, but you still want to play the blame game. Why can't you let the tears run away? Why can't you let them evaporate like the puddles from rain on a summer's day? Hey, 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 hey. look around and see the lads, and now I'm sure that we're gonna score at least 4. It feels like 66. It feels like 66. It feels like 66, and it feels like 66. Football is a game of two halves, but we ace because we're brothers like the long stars. So we keep on playing though the opposition's fierce. Take our penalties like Stuart Pearce, not like Southgate. Football with my mates. 1 in the goal and 4 out the back, and 4 in the middle and 2 in attack. If you give some of your time, I'll tell you about the players in our starting lineup. Fullback's me and he trying to keep a clean sheet. Cheeky slide tackle, now the ball's back on my feet. Chris has only crossed, the first man is beat. The other team's defenders can't compete. Josh Newlove making dribbles when he runs from deep, herding up defenders like they're sheep. He always wins his 50-50s, cause his footwork is very nifty. Another midfielder, first name Ben, he's hard even though he looks like he's 10. Despite his height, he loves a header, his brain cells are dying and his forehead's getting redder. It all comes down to this. It feels like 66, you know, like Banksy between the sticks. It feels like 66, fancy footwork and the tricks. It feels like 66 and a couple of rainbow flicks. It feels like 66. Football is a game of two halves, but it's because we're brothers like the long stars. So we keep on playing though the opposition fierce. Take our penalties like Stuart Pearce, not like Southgate. Football with my mates. Oh, it all comes down to this. It feels like 66, you know, like Banksy between the sticks. It feels like 66, fancy footwork and the tricks. It feels like 66 and a couple of rainbow flicks. It feels like 66. Football is a game of two halves, but we ace because we're brothers like the long stars. So we keep on playing though the opposition fierce. Take our penalties like Stuart Pearce, not like Southgate. Football with my mates. Football with my mates. Football with my mates. Football with my mates. One day you'll forget to lock the bathroom door. Tell me, little pet, what are you crying for? But you don't consider it your job to tell them why you sob. You think they'd never understand. And either way, a helping hand to you isn't a pat on the back, rather a slap or a punch, it's more an attack. You're all grown up, you can get by on your own. The Bluetooth speaker connected to your phone, playing something in a minor key. Pianos with words of melancholy. You curl up in the corner of the shower. The tears will dry up in a quarter of an hour. It's the war between freedom and protection. She wants to be free from the cage she sees in her own reflection, and emotions only create more family tension. If her tears are gonna bring you down, she'd rather they go unmentioned, and she will build a psychopath down your mental motorway. But not for giants or Carreras, but for the concept of privacy. She just wants to get it in your brain that a pain should not be a strain on you. But she can't stop you from caring, though it feels overbearing. What is she to do? Ooh, ooh, ooh. One day you'll forget to lock the bathroom door. You just wish they'd let you have 5 minutes more
So put on your mask, put on the charm. No reason to worry, no cause for alarm, because you know they'd never understand. And if they did, they'd reprimand. But raised voices won't raise the mood. And if you raise your voice too, you're just being rude. Red in their face, they can tell you've cried. Temperature rising and the tension's high, and so they go and take your phone away. The cherry on top of a rotten cake. So you sit curled up in the corner of your room, where love once thrived, hate now looms. It's the war between freedom and protection. She wants to be free from the cage she sees in her own reflection, and emotions only create more family tension. If her tears are gonna bring you down, she'd rather they go unmentioned. And she will build a psychopath down your mental motorway, but not for giants or Carreras, but for the concept of privacy. She just wants to get it in your brain that a pain should not be a strain on you, but she can't stop you from caring. No, it feels overbearing. What is she to do? Ooh, ooh, ooh. One day you'll forget to lock the bathroom door. This scene has been set too many times before. The story's getting old, but the tears are new, and the water's washed away their cares for you. Like if the boy you cried wolf was just the boy you cried, with a chip on his shoulder and a thorn in his side. You're older now and much more bitter to match. Love is like a mirror, it's unlucky, it's been smashed. Their disinterest only reflects your flaws. You push them away again and again. Now you seem like a chore, but they aren't slaves to your emotions. They're people just like you. They've got better places to be, better things to do than to pour their hearts out when you pour out your eyes. But now you're truly alone, you've got a reason to cry. Is this what you wanted? 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 Oh, is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted?
Some far-flung stardust daydreams came to me tonight. Ifs and buts and maybes waltzed through the moonlight. But the sun, it comes along, it opens up my eyes, and my heart is like a comet, it burns up as it flies. I rolled over that morning, you were not by my side. Blood ran cold while I was yawning, my dreams had all been lies. And all day I've fawned for sunset, there's not a star in the skies. Oh no, the dawning isn't done yet, it's a blessing in disguise. Bumped into you at 7, angel fallen from the clouds. A tiny piece of heaven had come tumbling down. Your cheeks were white like Venus, starry eyes and golden hair. And in the space between us, the cold and frosty air, walked and talked for 40 minutes with birdsong in the trees. The message flowed within it, stay in reality. I never stop and listen to what the chirping means. The robins and the pigeons aren't burdened by their dreams. Hold me in a meteor shower with the ivy on the walls of my heart. Time flies by as I'm counting down the hours, waiting for love to start. But tonight there's no stars to wish upon, And I wonder if I left it too long. No words to you but the words of this song. Birds chirp, it's a new day, but my chance is gone. As we drift, I find you're orbiting my mind. This is a close encounter of the distant kind. I can see your shadow dancing in the mist, and I can hear you laughing with your finger to your lips. And in the darkness lingers the dangers of my heart. My frozen little fingers, the weather plays a part. But my hands are cold without your subtle sunburst touch. Skin on skin, where to begin? Every atom means so much. You turn my world all upside down. You invert the poles, and the dimming of your light in my life left a big black hole. It's swirling, seething anger comes swinging at my soul. It sucks away my energy, leaving me dull and cold. As you become a memory, I'm falling back to earth. Fire through the atmosphere, it's like a phoenix birth. And as I start to smile again, my lesson has been learned. Don't float off with sentiments, stay grounded or get burned. Hold me in a meteor shower, with the ivy on the walls of my heart. Time flies by as I'm counting down the hours, waiting for our love to start. But tonight there's no stars to wish upon, and I wonder if I left it too long. No words to you but the words of this song. Birds chirp, it's a new day, but my chance is gone.
The diamond in the ring and the sapphires in her eyes, brilliant and blue, it's like the sky in starry night. I paint a picture of a mixture of the bark and the bite. More like when she speaks, my mind goes flying like a kite. Whisked away in the wind, that's just the mood I'm in. When I'm with her, I can't deliver anything but a win. If all this has been a dream, I wouldn't leave that sleepy scene. A star-crossed love from up above, the likes of which I've never seen. Serendipity brought her to me. In love there is no prophecy, no specific way to be. I'm lost in possibility. I used to worry that if I hurry, I'd run out of things to do. But girl, you know I'd live forever to do those things with you. Eternity without you is torture. I wish they'd send me to the slaughter. I'll never see what could have been. I'll never see our sons and daughters. But one lifetime where you are mine is the best I could ask for. But in 90 years I'll be in tears, I'll still have wanted more. Oh my girl, all the emeralds and the pearls aren't as worth as much as touch while you are in the world. So hold my hand, because you must understand, time is running out and I doubt you'll get another chance. Something star-crossed tossed away in an instant. My luck can be great, but it's so inconsistent. The roar of the engine and the pump of the pistons. She tried to fly in and save me, but couldn't cover the distance. My heart grew colder on the hard shoulder. It suddenly hit me and I was rolling like a boulder. And there I lay on the cold wet floor, only needed inches more to get me out the way. I couldn't live to see another day. She's on her knees, she's in the road, need her to say that she won't go. As my life slips away I say, there is one more thing that you need to know. This brilliant romance, it came about by complete chance, but it's the same coincidence that means that our last dance has already came and gone. And I can't remember the song, all I know is that I'm going, I really don't have long. A love and a life both gone too soon. This isn't my house, this isn't my room. I thought I sweat, I saw the end, but now my life it starts again. No, it can't be, where is she without me? How can she keep living? The tears pour out, the pain the same. All know that eyes are different. I need to find a reminder about the times we had before I was left behind. A red, bloody, dead body that couldn't be saved. My lover, I've another body meant for the grave. No, I can't say that is not something she would believe in. The state she's in, she couldn't begin to even conceive it. Days go by and I finally find a house, a knock on the door. We're face to face and I long to say I belong to you, I'm yours. But I can't take risks, this is way too important, especially considering that I might be immortal. I need to seem sane to get it in her brain. Show her that, oh no, I may not look the same. My heart is still aching with 90 more years. In my smile she sees a stranger's sneer. Mumbling, stumbling over my words. Behind the sobs I can barely be heard. She says, a lot on your mind, huh? Don't know where to begin. It's fine, take your time, better come in. Eventually I tell her it's me, but she doesn't accept it. Although I explained she could see my pain, I was left completely rejected. She kicked me out on the street, I was overcome by heat, I felt receiving sorrow. All I had was yesterday's, there's no hope for tomorrow. Like a king with no night, like a night with no stars. She had played the strings of my heart like a harp, but the score was no more music, just quiet. Maybe I should just die, oh why not, I should try it. A stab in the chest, bleeding heart, turn the knife. But I start again, cursed with eternal life. Eternity without you is torture. I wish they'd send me to the slaughter. I'll never see what could have been. I'll never see our sons and daughters stuck for empty eons beyond all the bounds of time. Infinite matter does not matter, cause you're no longer mine. Oh, this eternal torment spent without mine. One true love, I've got ice, lolly, frostbite, got the hand but not the glove. Oh my girl, all the emeralds and the pearls aren't as worth as much as your touch while you are in the world. So hold my hand, because you must understand, time is running out and I doubt you'll get another chance. I fell in love and it's the worst thing that I've ever done. It's left me a melancholic, nervous wreck, hiding from the sun. I've been in the dark so long that it's made me blind, searching for something that I know I'll never find. When you purify the passion, you know that you will smash and break away your heart. You were doomed from the start. When you're crying late at night, hoping you're not right, and the signs of disinterest that are heavy on your chest are just your imagination. Another false creation of your stupid brain. Surely she feels the same. To love someone so much when she's repulsed by your touch, what could be worse? Surely the laws of the universe would prevent such a fate, or at least stop the feelings before it's too late. I hope these laws are real as I tell her how I feel, but no is the answer I hear. Where do I go from here? I pray to a God, but I don't know their name. Why, oh why can't you make her feel the same? But my prayers fall on deaf ears as I'm forced to face my deepest fears. To start to make my way home, I've never felt more alone. Stars are formed in pairs and love is meant to be shared, but I have to keep mine hidden away until some far off day when I love someone the same way as her. When will this occur? I can't begin to fathom, and I can't begin to imagine how I'll deal with these feelings. 40 years in healing, my thoughts turn dramatic as the world turns to static. A mess of pointless noise due with girls and stupid boys, but the only one who mattered has just made my heart shatter. The static turns to black, I just can't face the facts. Give me head, don't give me hell, I'm in love with you and I know you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. Give me head, don't give me hell, I'm in love with you and I think you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. Inside these feelings need to be repressed. Of learn from this mistake what happens when they're expressed. I'll try to live on within my new concrete walls, and if they crumble, I will just build more. I try to live like this for as long as I can, but without emotion, what is a human? It seems I'm wasting my time on you, and I'm not feeling fulfilled. Climbing up this ever-steepening hill. I wonder what will happen if I fall back down. If I fall into your arms, I think I fall down now. Ah, no, I'm thinking of her again. Take deep breaths and count to 10. Don't let the thoughts in, don't let the thoughts win. But it's no use, try as I might. I can't make my heart and brain fight. Reason is useless, emotion is stronger. However hard I think my emotion lasts longer. All the things to live forever, I would have picked us together. Still I'm stuck with my immortal feeling. I look at the wall and the floor and the ceiling. There's no way out, and it makes me want to shout. She doesn't love me, why couldn't I see? She doesn't love me, it was never meant to be. She doesn't love me, why couldn't I see? She doesn't love me, it was never meant to be. Give me head, don't give me hell. I'm in love with you, and I think you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. Give me head, don't give me hell. I'm in love with you, and I know you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. I hate myself for being so jealous. When you talk about your fellas, past and present, it's so unpleasant to hear about all the lovers you had. Makes me sad to hear their names. No, you'll never say mine the same. I just don't know why my feelings for you won't die. I try to kill them every day, but they just won't go away. I had a whirl with other girls to try and fill the void, but it's no use, my love's in loose, my heart is destroyed. The pieces are in your pocket, I doubt you even know they're there. And if you did, I doubt you care. I'm aware that if you sang me a love song, you wouldn't hit one note. I tried to tell you how I feel, but the words just stick in my throat, and I choke on my pride. All the things I've had to hide and keep inside, my love denied. He said, I know you could treat her better than me, and you already do, but it's there in her eyes, there's no disguise. She thinks of me when she looks at you. Give me head, don't give me hell. I'm in love with you, and I know you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. Give me head, don't give me hell. I'm in love with you, and I know you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. One day she'll see that she was meant for me. I drink for all the memories that could have been if you had given in and said yes. Maybe then I wouldn't have this crushing feeling on my chest I can't express. But if I had to compress it down to 3 words, I'd have to say I love you. And I have always known I am neither above you or sinking down below. We could stand together and face all in our lives, but my life changed forever when you said no on that night. I expect that you weren't thinking of me then. Maybe you are now, but it depends. You realise when I looked into your eyes, I could see my future fold. Love will find a way, or so I've been told, but I'm alone in bed while you're with someone else. I wish you'd given me head, but instead you gave me hell. Give me head, don't give me hell. I'm in love with you, and I know you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. Give me head, don't give me hell. I'm in love with you, and I know you can tell. So treat me well, don't give me hell. Stones in my shoes and potholes and pavements feel like I'm famous in these trainers, and they're my favourite, but they get all muddy when I'm caught in the rain. Footy with the sign saying no ball games, on the wing like Jesus, our Lord and Saviour, and I'm sleeping in the slam for my rowdy behaviour. But it's better than the letters make you sleep on the streets. The bills come thick and fast, but you can't make ends meet. I've heard that rock bottom's just the start of the pit, but if anything, at least the homeless seem to smile a bit. For shopping bags, and you're walking past a sleeping bag, you say your wants are needs whilst you're sleeping in rags. When did you last cry? What really made you sob? Was it when your increasing followers dropped off? Well, the only way
ones who follow her have evil intentions, tracking Sally down the alley, then they pounce and she's fenced in. They don't know that she's homeless, they never saw her get up from the town square where she'd beg with her cup. But they were waiting in the shadows for the first passer-by. One whacks her in the back, leaving tears in her dry eyes. The boss deploys his lackey, 7 boys in Umbro trackies. They kick her in the stomach and she coughs up her Mackies. Now I'm not talking a meal deal or anything like that. Someone threw some fries at her, it was an attack. The food was a luxury, she hadn't eaten all day. In fact, she even said thank you as they turned and ran away. Knife in one hand and her life in the other. Kicked her to the floor and he was standing above her. Leave me alone, she said, what do you want from me? You think you're hard? Where's your card? All I want is your peas. She said, I don't have any money, mate. I've been sleeping rough. He said, I know how you feel. That's deep, that's really tough. You know, you look like my mum. She's been struggling too, and she'd hate to see me squaring up to you. But I'm a stealing thug, been dealing drugs just to get her food, with a lawyer and a spoon hanging around in the bathroom. Then one of his man them started to speak up. He said, I'm through with this gang, Ben. I've had enough. I don't want to end up on the young offenders list. Man, I've seen this shit in Oliver Twist. Picking rope, smoking dope since we was kid. Angry little man with blisters on his fists. Stuck in this city, can't run, but it's a happy trap. Smiling face on the sun over the council flats. This can't be the only way for all of us to live. We rob and steal and take, but what's got to give? Like it's the only life I've ever known. Never truly been alone. Always someone on my case. Learn a plate, burn a phone. But if we all work together instead of getting in fights, we could change this town forever. We could make things right. The establishment's against us. Find the strength in community. I was blinded by the streetlights, but I'm finally starting to see. All this talk about ops and blocks ain't really good for me. If we look out for each other's, it is a better country. Whether you're free school dinners or living trying to make things last. Working class, here's your past. You can forget about the past. Let's get moving forward. I'm sick of looking over my shoulder. Learn from our mistakes. Let's get wiser, not just older. Now did they take their own advice or try to say we'll sort it later? Well, I don't fucking know, man. I'm just a narrator. Stones in my shoes and potholes in pavement. Feel like I'm famous in these trainers, and they're my favourite, but they get all muddy when I'm caught in the rain. Footy with the sign saying no ball games. On the wing like Jesus, our Lord and Saviour, and I'm sleeping in the slammer for my rowdy behaviour. Stones in my shoes and potholes and pavements. Feel like I'm famous in these trainers, and they're my favourite, but they get all muddy when I'm caught in the rain. Footy with the sign saying no ball games. On the wing like Jesus, our Lord and Saviour, and I'm sleeping in the slammer for my rowdy behaviour. Stones in my shoes and potholes and pavements. Feel like I'm famous in these trainers, and they're my favourite, but they get all muddy when I'm caught in the rain. Footy with a sign saying no ball games. On the wing like Jesus, our Lord and Saviour, and I'm sleeping in the slammer for my rowdy behaviour. Stones in my shoes and potholes and pavements. Feel like I'm famous in these trainers, and they're my favourite, but they get all muddy when I'm caught in the rain. Footy with a sign saying no ball games. On the wing like Jesus, our Lord and Saviour, and I'm sleeping in the slammer for my rowdy behaviour. Sleeping in the slammer for my rowdy behaviour. Sleeping in the slammer for my rowdy behaviour.
I'll come as I go, and I'll take it too far. Speech slurred and slow, saying come as you are.
Cavemen slept on the floor, but I don't want to sleep on yours no more. But time after time I just can't catch a break, staring at the ceiling and lying wide awake. The inner party at the house party, so I get to stay the night. But to look at you and I know what I do, it sure is a sorry sight. Yes, I've been told things that mould your image, things that hold my lust and things that make my trust diminish. Sometimes I see someone like me, and sometimes through a different lens. A threat to not let into my heart, we shouldn't even be friends. Cause you float when thrown in water, and that means you're Satan's daughter. Now this may be a shot in the dark, but that beauty spot is Satan's mark. Evidence forming a pattern, and the fact you're fluent in Latin.
I get the strangest feeling you're concealing mystical, magical powers. You put a hex on your ex, you put a spell on me. I think you saw a lot more than you're telling me. Not called Sabrina, if you've seen her, swear you saw her in a dream. Violet in Vogue, I read it in Vogue magazine. And in the morning, after a sleepless night, she asked me if I had slept alright. I couldn't answer, tongue-tied, try as I might. When you look at me like that, it's my kryptonite. I tried to speak and failed, and she awkwardly laughed. She said, never mind, I'll go and run the bath. And the afternoon when we were sat on the bed, a Freudian slip, she said what she had read. You retching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner. Oh, sorry, what I meant was, would you like to come one day for dinner? Of course, I agreed. The day of dining arrived with speed, and at her drive I arrived. I parked up my bike. She stood dazed and gazed up at the moonlight. She said, isn't it pretty? Oh, isn't it grand? I said, yes, it's alright, but I don't really understand. A most charming night for a most charming man. I'm awfully flattered, but do you know who I am? Quickly glancing at her own reflection, she reflected back the exact same question. Well, you're a finger to my lips, you mustn't tell anyone, but I am a witch, or you'll end up dead, severed head in a ditch. Or if you'd rather not die, then we could just kiss. She cradled my face like a cauldron of love, stirred up emotions like potions and stuff. I blushed, the blood rushed, my face bright red. She said, don't just stand there, come inside instead. And it was all petit pois and baby carrots, lucky cards and reading tarots. After dinner, after 8, floral incense, voting plates. I asked her, how about this time next week? She said, surprise me, and gave me a peck on the cheek. It's time to go, and so I wave goodbye. And all the way home, I smile and sigh. You put a hex on your ex, you put a spell on me. I think you saw a lot more than you're telling me. Not called Sabrina, but if you've seen her, you'd swear it was a dream. Violent and Rogue, I read it in Vogue magazine. Back at hers, it's that time again. I find myself greeted by my gothic girlfriend. Black rose with the lace and a shroud for the faith. She said, you need to wear these or you'll look out of place. You said it was the garb of the sisterhood. Arm in arm, they would treat me like a sister would. I asked her who she was referring to. She said I'd find out when I needed to. We're at the bus stop, and it does. I was so shocked that I thought it was drugs. Off the ground the coach started to hover. I opened my mouth, she said, don't even bother. Before I knew it, she flew it halfway across town. In a dark field of black gowns, we touched down. All I could hear was Satan's incantations, and in 1 second, 100 revelations. I gasped and shivered, and she told me to calm it. From hell they delivered, the devil incarnate. They denounced me as the male sacrifice, so I was surrounded by a circle of rice. Stripped of my robes, I lay nude in a pentagram. I will die as I was born, empty heart and empty hand. The deepest of shivers as the fires draw nearer. Among all the chanting, I can still clearly hear her. I stood and watched my future disintegrate. It's all just dust when I had thought it was fate. Watched it all slip away in a love landslide. The flickering hope that I might die by your side, but burning love turned to cigarette ash. I stare at every driver and I'm willing to crash. Feel like I am just treading on broken glass. I wish I had a mirror to reflect on the past. Stupid Cupid, arrow to the knee. Tell me who your angel is, I know it isn't me. Alone with my daydreams, I glean that fantasy. It's the only vacancy or vision not face reality. Putrid tears turn to putrid pearls, and I find myself more blue than all the seas in the world. She's just a woman, she's just a girl, but that's like saying Valero was just some stupid 12. But she was cold, colder than an ice rink. My heart cracks as I go over the brink, and I have to wonder, did she ever stop and think? I hung around like a dog on a chain, cause she was the missing link. I'm on my knees for you, darling, haven't I suffered enough? Love songs written on sandpaper, this is getting rough. Every time I fall in love,
It's like breaking another bone, and I can't take another night where I go home alone. He's got your eyes and she's got your hair. No matter where I try to go, it seems you're always there. I doubt you'd even realise, I don't think that you'd care. You were the apple of my eye, but it's all gone pear-shaped. No one could create art as beautiful as you. You should be in the tape, but however much I want you, it's still too late. I've lost my faith in fate. 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 Swimming trunks like lead and I'm drowning in the deep end. A lapse of memory would really be a godsend. I could forget all the heartbreak and the pain, but I've caught you in a corner, my eye, the pain would start again. I'm on my knees for you, darling, haven't I suffered enough? Love songs written on sandpaper, this is getting rough. Every time I fall in love, it's like breaking another bone, and I can't take another night where I go home alone. You take cute photos in each other's clothes as your cheeks turn redder than the reddest rose, and we could watch the morning skies, it turn from black to blue, like the bruises up my thigh that remind me of you. And we could kiss for hours till your lipstick starts to run. The light leaking through the curtains makes your eyes shine in the sun, and when you call me pretty, well, I can hardly speak as I try to stop the blood making a beeline for my cheeks. And when you lean in and whisper sweet nothings in my ear, I really think my feelings could last 1,000 years. I'll remember you when you're dead and gone, and it's your pretty face I'll see at the end of every love song, and at the end of every rainbow. There is a pot of gold, but no amount of money could stop us growing old together. We could sit in the cafe and look into each other's eyes, the sort of perfect couple that they love to idolise. And we could tell each other there's no need for diamonds and rings, cause we don't need to prove our love of material things. And we could ignore how over time we look at each other less, and pretend the pressure of true love's not weighing on our chest. And when you tell me that you love me, I must believe it's true, cause we've got another 60 years if we're gonna see this through. When you do something repulsive, won't hear anything from me. Some silence can't be bought, but for you, my love, it's free. I'll remember you when you're dead and gone, and it's your pretty face I'll see at the end of every love song, and at the end of every rainbow. There is a pot of gold, but no amount of money could stop us growing old together. We could have a conversation for half an hour, surely that's better than crying in the shower. Or we could stop going for each other's throats, shrieking and shrieking till my voice is just a croak. Or we could try to think of something nice to say, rather than our sole purpose in life being to cause each other pain. And when you glare at me and tell me I really make you sick, I'll point at the clock and say just listen to it tick. And when you try to tell me that you just don't understand, I'll say my love, your heart's gone cold, next will be your hand. And I could sit with my head in my hands in your car, in the car park of a late night bar. You hate my guts and you laughed when I spilled them. If I could change my feelings, I'd probably have killed them. But I couldn't face the facts and I couldn't see the cracks as we tried to fill them up with drinking drugs. But when you're all drugged up, it's not real love. Looking for sedation and looking for escape from our relationship's cruel fate. Feelings all conflicting, but the prophecy's restricting. I need to say goodbye, my wings are clipped, I cannot fly. Grounded by the concept of one true love, and paralysed by fear. Even though it's gone sour, I'm still right here. What a bad idea. We're both far too poetic, far too well read, but even Romeo and Juliet both ended up dead. Now I'm craving sweet release, need some peace and new company. But every time I wake up, it's your stupid face I see, haunted by the ghost of a love that's passed me by. Why did it have to last? Now I really want to die. I'll remember you when you're dead and gone, and it's your stupid face I'll see
At the end of every love song, and at the end of every rainbow, there is a pot of gold. But no amount of money could stop us growing old together. Life is full of danger, and danger leads to death. We keep on getting lucky that nothing's happened yet. Millions of miracles, near misses with the grave. Treaded a fine line between what's stupid and what's brave. We're addicted to the danger, we just can't get enough. No memories of the night before when you're waking up. No idea how you got home, you were on the piss again. The nightlife makes you feel like death, wish you gone home at 10. The minutes are falling like hourglass sand. A bottle of bubbly in both of your hands. A stinging sensation in half of your nose. The music grew louder as the powder rose. You're going home and you sway as you cycle. You're dancing with death and the song has no title. To the pant of your breath as you pummel the pedals. Your legs are both dead, your head's heavy like metal. I really hope we all make it to the curtain fall and nobody gets left behind. And when you hit a wall, get back up and stand up tall. Be grateful you're still alive. I've had a car crash, infected gash, illness and injury. You've had worse, brushed off the dirt, and you're still here with me. I really hope we all make it to the curtain fall and nobody gets left behind. 3 months sober, but my city still smells of spliffs. Beer and wine and darker times, the sour taste of her lips. Oh no, I wish the best for my old friends' future days. Sometimes it's for the best for us to go our separate ways. But not every goodbye is one we want to make. Sometimes tragedy strikes and it's a tough truth to take. Here's to all the people who had an early end to life, and to the people who are grieving lost husbands, sons and wives. Let them live on in your memories and you'll never be alone. Keep them in your heart and your head and photos on your phone. But those you want to leave behind, erase their face like Stalin. Poison off their presence like a pest that's in the garden. Oh no, I don't want them in my life, I hope that they live on. A life that's free of me, but still a life that's full and long. But to those who want to stick around, I hope we make it to the end. Get there with my nearest and dearest of friends. I really hope we all make it to the curtain fall and nobody gets left behind. And when you hit a wall, get back up and stand up tall. Be grateful you're still alive. I've had a car crash, infected gash, illness and injury. You've had worse, brushed off the dirt, and you're still here with me. I really hope we all make it to the curtain fall and nobody gets left behind. And now the album has come to a close. I really want you to know that I'm grateful for you listening. If you liked what I've done, stick around, there's more to come. Your support is just the greatest thing. It's only gonna get better from here, the quality won't diminish. I'll do one more chorus, then the album will be finished. I really hope we all make it to the curtain fall and nobody gets left behind. And when you hit a wall, get back up and stand up tall. Be grateful that you're still alive. I've had a car crash, infected gash, illness and injury. You've had worse, brushed off the dirt, and you're still here with me. I really hope we all make it to the curtain fall and nobody gets left behind. And when you hit a wall, get back up and stand up tall. Be grateful that you're still alive. I've had a car crash, infected gash, illness and injury. You've had worse, brushed off the dirt, and you're still here with me. I really hope we all make it to the curtain fall and nobody gets left behind.